Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with just Mark today, as Sarah's probably off paddleboarding on a lake somewhere. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com. Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's. Let's take a look at some headlines for Friday, May 30th. The Sun Journal reports that Obscura Cafe and Drinkery at 108 Lisbon Street in Lewiston will close at the end of June. The owners cited permitting issues with the city over their event space. The city stated that standards required by the National Fire Protection Association and the State Fire Marshal for assembly occupancy permitting are simply not negotiable. According to Feeding America, Maine has the highest rate of child food insecurity in New England. 1 in 8 Mainers and 1 in 5 children experienced food insecurity in 2023. Good Shepherd Food Bank President Heather Paquette said they are using the information to strengthen partnerships and drive solutions that move us closer to a Maine where everyone is food secure. A bill aimed at making it easier to cancel unwanted subscriptions is advancing in the State House. The legislation would require sellers of subscriptions to allow subscribers to cancel using the same method they used to sign up. The companies would also need to get the consent of the consumer before automatically renewing any subscription. The bill now heads for votes in the Senate and the House. And the Lewiston Auburn Rotary Club awarded scholarships to graduating seniors from 6 area high schools. The students were selected by their schools for academic achievements, community involvement, and leadership potential. Congratulations to Owen Galway of Edward Little, Hawa Omer of Lewiston, Mabel Tyler of Poland Regional, Ashley Roy of Levitt Area High School, Cassidy Cody of St. Dom's, and Kendall Terrio of Oak Hill. Now it's time to take a look at the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. The sun is bright and storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
See, I knew we could bring Sarah back here somehow. It's going to be cloudy today with a high of 73 and a low of 54. And of course, it's the weekend, so we have rain tomorrow with a high of 59 and a low of 54, and cloudy with morning showers on Sunday with highs in the 60s. In sports, good news, the Red Sox did not lose last night. Of course, they didn't play either. They had the night off as they prepared to visit the Atlanta Braves for a weekend series. Lucas Giolito gets the start tonight at 7:15. And the Maine Mayhem women's football team heads to New York to take on the Knockout tomorrow night. That's your news, weather, and sports. Now let's take a look at famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for May the 30th, shall we? We're going to start off with actor Ralph Carter. He is 64 years old today, and you may remember him as Michael Evans on Good Times. He was the youngest child of Florida and James Evans, and the sitcom ran from 1974 to 1979. Next up is actor Ted McGinley, who is 67 years old today. He played Jefferson Darcy on Married with Children. He was also on Happy Days, Dynasty, The Love Boat, and played the main antagonist, Stan Gable, in Revenge of the Nerds. And rounding out FPBs is Stephen Tobolowsky, who is 74 years old today. You might remember him as Ned Ryerson in Groundhog Day. He also has a monthly podcast called The Tobolowsky Files. It's a collection of autobiographical stories from his acting and personal life. He has also authored 3 books, including The Dangerous Animals Club, Cautionary Tales, and My Adventures with God. Those are your FPBs. Now let's take a look at some OTDs. 22 years ago on this day in 2003, Pixar released Finding Nemo. It went on to win an Oscar for Best Animated Feature. 33 years ago on this day in 1992, 50-year-old Paul Simon married his 3rd wife, the 26-year-old new bohemian known as Edie Brickell. Today is their 33rd wedding anniversary. In 1983, Paul was briefly married to Carrie Fisher. In the same year The Return of the Jedi came out, Carrie was his 2nd wife at the time. 57 years ago on this day in 1968, the Beatles began recording the White Album, which included Back in the USSR, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and Helter Skelter. 67 years ago on this day in 1958, the remains of 2 unidentified American servicemen killed in action during World War II and the Korean War were buried at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. They joined the unknown soldier from World War I who had been buried there in 1921. A soldier from the Vietnam War would receive the same honor in 1984. 114 years ago on this day in 1911, the first Indianapolis 500 was held. After 6 hours of driving, Ray Haroun won with an average speed of 74.6 miles per hour. Today, the average speed is about 170. And finally, 157 years ago, on this day in 1868, General John Logan was so inspired when he saw women decorating the graves of Civil War heroes that he suggested a national holiday called Decoration Day, which later became Memorial Day. Those are your FPBs and OTDs for May the 30th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
So last night, Sarah and I had the privilege of emceeing the Community Concepts second annual Paul Gauvreau Legacy event. If you're not familiar with Community Concepts, it's an incredible local organization that provides pathways to a healthy life for and with those most impacted by inequities in Western Maine through programs, partnerships, and advocacy. Paul was a Lewiston attorney and former legislator. He loved his family, his community, and something near and dear to my heart, baseball. He was a selfless individual with a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and heart. He was to become the board chairman of Community Concepts shortly after his passing in April of 2020. Last year, the event centered on one award, the Paul Gauvreau Legacy Award, and this year it expanded to include 3 additional awards. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the winners because they deserve so much more recognition. The Champion for Children and Families Award went to Team Long Run. It's a nonprofit promoting learning, early literacy, and active play for children in Oxford and Franklin counties. They partner with Community Concepts Early Head Start and Head Start programs and Title I schools in the region. Team Long Run also provides free books and activity programs for children, parents, and teachers. The Financial Stability and Empowerment Award went to Community Credit Union. CCU is a community development financial institution serving residents throughout Androscoggin, Franklin, Kennebec, and Oxford counties. Their primary mission is to empower and uplift individuals and communities through responsible financial products and services. The Community and Basic Needs Advocate Award had 2 winners last night. The first was Kim Fogg. Kim has been a social worker at Community Concepts for over 20 years, helping hundreds of individuals and families overcome barriers. She's worked as a housing stability coordinator through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program and is currently dedicated to the Student Homelessness Prevention Pilot Program with Lewiston Public Schools. The other winner was Caden's Kitchen, dedicated to helping those experiencing homelessness or food insecurity meet their needs. Caden's Kitchen managed and operated an emergency warming center in Lewiston this past winter, providing shelter, safety, and resources to more than 350 individuals. They recently secured a $2.5 million grant from Maine Housing and are working to establish a permanent 24-hour homeless shelter in our community. Then it was time to present the second annual Paul Gauvreau Legacy Award, which celebrates an individual currently serving our communities with the same spirit as Paul, who dedicated his life to public service and helping others. Congratulations to Jerry DeWitt, who has dedicated decades of his life to his country and his community. He served 28 years as an Army nurse and currently serves as commander for various veterans groups, including the LNA Maine Military Network Association, Disabled American Veterans, American Legion Post 22, and Franco-American War Vets. He also worked as the Veteran Outreach Coordinator at Tri-County Mental Health, which is now Spurwink, and he works tirelessly to find homes for homeless veterans and connects them with resources and ensures that their legacies continue. It was an amazing night, filled with amazing people and stories, and I just want to express our deepest gratitude to Community Concepts and everyone involved for allowing us to be part of this incredible night. Congratulations to all the winners, and we look forward to next year. Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston-Auburn area through two magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com. Thought we'd close out the show with something kind of fun. Last night was the finale of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and the winner was 13-year-old Faison Zaki from Plano, Texas. He correctly spelled never mind. I'll let Faison take it from here.
Your word is éclaircissement.
Éclaircissement. ECLAIRCISSEMENT. Éclaircissement.
That is correct.
Well, that's easy for him to say. The website Word Unscrambler looked at search data and put a list of the most problematic words for Americans to spell. And I have the top 10 right here. Let's see if any of these give you trouble. Number 10 was restaurant. I used to have trouble spelling this one, but I think watching all those episodes of Seinfeld kind of helped. Number 9 was favorite. Number 8, business. Number 7 was neighbor. Number 6, gorgeous. Number 5, through, the one that ends with O-U-G-H. Number 4 was believe. Number 3, necessary. Number 2, separate. That's the one out of the 10 that I looked at and said, I have problems with that one because I always want to replace the first A with an E. And thank goodness for spell check. And the number 1 most misspelled word in America is definitely. And because I have it in front of me, I'm going to tell you how to spell it. DEFINITELY. They also came up with a list of the most challenging words for each state. And the most difficult word to spell in the state of Maine? Pneumonia. Turns out it doesn't start with an N. Who knew? Thanks for listening. Have yourselves a great weekend, and thanks to our sponsors, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day, and remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.